Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name's Lisa and I'm on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. So it is a little bit of a late night film, this one, so I apologise just because it is like nearly 11 o'clock and I am working tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. I had to wait to film this because I needed to get my wage slip. Because when I started doing my budget with me for December, which is what this video is going to be, I very quickly realised that before we got to the end of week 2, I was already in a minus, looking at the numbers that I'm sort of going off at the minute. So what I've done is put my actual wage down so that I could work out technically if this number was actually that number, what I would be budgeted to finish on. I am going to try and work out the actual figure for when I do my end of November check-in and December week 1 check-in, because obviously I'm going to be away, to try and sort of clarify the numbers a little bit, because I think that's where it's got confused. But yes, so I'm going to take you through the usual plans for the month, and then we'll go through the budget sheet and see where we are going to finish December, not just December, but 2023. So this month, or December, was going to be a nice 4-week month. It's going to start on the 4th of December and it's going to finish very nicely, and I just love the fact that it's finishing so perfectly on New Year's Eve, which means my 2024 budget is literally going to start on the 1st of January, which is just, I just love the fact that that is when it's going to start, so it's great. So it's a nice 4-week month for me. So the plans for this month. So obviously the first week I am in Germany for, I go away, obviously I fly out on the Sunday, so I'm actually in Germany for 4 full days, and then we start to travel back on the Friday. We're coming back via ferry, so obviously it's an overnight ferry, so we actually arrive back sort of about 8 o'clock, I think it is, on the Saturday. So we've got a nice easy sort of time in Germany, and then I haven't got anything on the Saturday because obviously we get back that day, and then on the Sunday we are doing our annual meetup with the godparents, which we do every year. So they live in Plymouth, we obviously live up north, so we sort of meet about halfway, go for a meal, swap over the Christmas presents, and just spend an afternoon together, and then we drive back our separate ways. So that's going to happen on the Sunday, so there will be a meal there, and then our friend that got married a couple of weeks ago, she has actually married a guy from Alabama, and so is kind of she's still waiting for a visa and everything to come through, but she can go back. So her sort of like leaving for definite is happening really technically on the Sunday. So she's having, it's not really a party, she's basically going to a pub and basically said people can turn up whenever. So the plan is just to go and join her for a couple of drinks once we get back on the Sunday from the meal. So that's that one. So I'll try and work out my check-in somewhere between that. So that is the Sunday. Then I've got nothing in all week for that week. And then I've got a couple of friends from university visiting. They got together in the first year of university. We all lived together, and they're now married. So it's been a while since I've seen any of them. I haven't seen them since before COVID. So they've decided they wanted to come over my way for a visit. So I've booked a restaurant for that Saturday night, so that will be that one. Then I have got a meal with my cousins. We try and do this every so often. So that meal on the 18th. I don't know why I've written rehearsal in, because it doesn't cost me any money, but it's just to remind me. Then I am working the weekend before Christmas. It is my friend's birthday on the 24th, so I need to, and my plan is to go over to her. She lives in York. Once I finish work on the 23rd, just possibly for a bit of food, maybe just a coffee. We haven't decided yet, so there might be a bit of social there. Then obviously is Christmas Day and Boxing Day, which I'm not planning on spending any money, because this day there's nothing open, and this day I am not going Boxing Day sales. My mum used to convince me into doing that every year, and every year I got there and went, what have I done? So yeah, so they should be 2 nice no spend days. And then there's nothing else then until New Year's Eve. We haven't got much planned for New Year's Eve, except for, I think my other half is working New Year's Day. So we're going to go around to my mum's and have a bit of food, a few drinks. We'll see the new year in, and then we'll probably go to bed. We don't do very much. For Christmas and New Year, I have got in my Christmas pot for Asda Awards about £55. So my plan is to use that £55 for, we're going up to his sister's for Christmas Day. So we've agreed to bring pudding and wine. So I'll use that to pay for those. Whether or not I make something or I just buy something, I haven't quite decided yet. We'll just have to wait and see. Mainly because I'm working that weekend before, so it might be a bit of a rush job to try and make something. And then obviously we'll also use it for a bit of party food, and again a little bit of alcohol, just so that my mum's not paying for everything. So that is the plan for December. So week 1, obviously I'm away for most of it, so we're starting off with what I've worked out now is going to be a rollover of about £920.53. So that's great. So the only bill going out that week is my house insurance at £34.25, which will leave us with £886.28. Obviously, because I'm away, I don't need anything for my weekly wallets, and I'm not going to put anything into savings either, so there's just going to be my £2 overdraft budget. So that will leave us with 886. No, it's not, Lisa. Oh God. You know when you think you've done it all right. It's not. Have I done it on that one as well? Oh, bloody have as well. Right. So 886.28 minus 2 is 884.28. Yeah, so we're gonna have to start. This is why I have erasable pens, guys. So that leaves us with £884.28. So, which is what we've got going into week 2. I'm not expecting any changes to that, anything extra coming in, excuse me, at all. So that's all fine. So my bills that week on week 2 is my Freeman's account, which is going to be £15, the fridge freezer insurance at £2.99, the dishwasher insurance at £4.30, and the minimum credit card payment from that second credit card at £10. So that's £32.29, which does not leave that. So which leaves us with £851.99. There we go. So this will be essentially, bills wise, will be basically food, like week 1 normally. So I know it's just £2 difference, but I like to double check it on calculator. So my food allowance will be £100 for that week. Fuel will be £50, spends 20, and miscellaneous £5. I have already done my order to come on the 11th for my online shop. I can change things. It's not quite at the 100 mark, but obviously when I get back, if I realise I need some stuff then that I've not put on, then I can do that. So what am I doing? So that will leave us with 700. this is why I shouldn't A, film late, and B, be left with a calculator. God, I can't even. Minus 175. Yeah, so it's 676.99. I am so sorry, guys. So obviously I don't budget for challenges, but I need to put £390 into sinking funds this month. That is going to be obviously just to make sure I've got enough for the month. I have got a little bit of a plan to change up how I do sinking funds in the new year, but I really do want to finish these Uno cards off, so I might eke it out over into the new year. So I'm going to put £390 into sinking funds, which will leave £286.99, and then that £2 overdraft charge, which will leave us with £284.99 going into week 3, which is great because I actually get paid that week. So what my employer does is they always pay us early at Christmas, and it infuriates me, I'll be honest. I would much rather they just left it as it was and just let us get paid on the 28th, because, you know, and if it's a bank holiday or it's a weekend, just then pay us early like they normally do. So what I tend to do is once my salary goes in, I try and put the entirety of my salary away into my savings account until the evening of the 27th, and then I move it all back so that all my direct debits can go out as normal, just to try and make it a bit of a normal month. Week 3 starts off with £284.99, and then we get paid. Again, I still don't know what my basic rate is in this job. So I am still working my budget on my old basic, which is £1,928.55. So yeah, that's what we're working it on. So that will mean that we'll start off, or we'll have that week £2,213.54, which is great in the middle of the month, obviously. The only bill going out is my Audible, so that's £7.99. So that leaves us with £2,205.55. My food, fuel, spends and miscellaneous is the usual, so 30, 20, 20 and 5. So that's £75 in total, leaving me with £2,130.55. Sinking funds. So I should have enough money for the last 2 weeks of the month to put in £35 of sinking funds. £35 into sinking funds. So that's what I'm going to try and do this month. So that was £35 into savings, which leaves us with £2,095.55, and then obviously the £2 off, which is £2,093.55, which is great going into the last week. So we'll just change that. Just change it that way. Again, not expecting anything for this last week, and then obviously I get a few more of my direct debits going out because it's the end of the month. So my internet, I've budgeted for £28.37. That's how much I think I've paid this month. I've just had an email that because they didn't start my new service on time, they're going to refund me sort of like £29 and I think 15p. I think they've estimated that my bill's going to be about £29.99, I'm going to say, which means that obviously if that works out right, I'll owe them less than £1. But I'm still going to budget for this £28.37 just in case I've got it wrong. So that's the internet. The mobile at £12.98. The car loan £159.82. My Kindle at £9.49. My life insurance at £32.60. Water rates, I said last month, had gone up to £23. My utilities actually go down this month to £80 a month, which is great. Car insurance is £42.55. Netflix is £6.99. I don't think the increase is happening until the new year, so I think I'm okay with that. My Currys insurance, which I can only assume is for the washing machine now, because I've got insurance for the dishwasher and insurance for the fridge freezer. So the only other white appliance I've got that I bought stuff out should be the washing machine. So that's £5. And my Prime membership at £8.99. So that's £409.75, leaving us with 1,683. Oh, why have I got different? 2093.55 minus 409.75. I've obviously put that wrong. There you go. So, which is £1,683.80. See, I should not be allowed loose on this lot. So, my food, fuel, spends and miscellaneous is the usual. So that's the 75 in total, 30, 20, 20 and 5. So that leaves us with £1,608.80. 80p. Again, I'm not budgeting for challenges, but I'm going to hopefully put £35 away. So that's £1,573.80. And then the £2 off at the end for my overdraft leaves us with £1,571.80. Now, if I have that left over to go into January, I will be a very happy bunny, because I've just checked and January is a 4-week month. February is 5. And then March is like 4 again, but at least I think 2023 started off with like some like 2 or 3 5-week months in a row, which after Christmas just crippled me. So the fact that it starts off the year with a 4-week month means that I feel much better if this budget is all correct. So yeah, so I am going to be really happy if I've still got somewhere near that by the time 2024 rolls around. So yeah, so I'm feeling much better about my budget now. I think once I've got sort of Christmas out of the way and I can sort of start thinking about saving, I think it's the back end of the year that gets me every time, and no matter how much I've saved towards Christmas, I always worry that I've not done enough, or that I'm forgetting something. So that is one of my aims for 2024 when I start looking at it, is trying to save as much as I can throughout the beginning of the year or the middle of the year, because the beginning and the end seems to be what kills me. I have booked a holiday. Me and my other half booked our holiday for June, which he, as usual, has paid on his account, and I need to pay him back. So that is what my savings challenges obviously are going to be going towards at the moment. But you know, we're doing okay with those. Thank you so much for joining me if you are still with me. I hope you have had a lovely week so far. Thank you for all your support and kind words when I'm sort of losing the plot a little bit. You guys really do sort of ground me and get me to sort of get over myself and sort of realise how I'm doing. So yes, so I will see you guys once this budget has already started. I have got my sort of bonus video on Friday, which will be the day after this one goes out, because today is Wednesday. And then obviously I will not be able to film until after I get back, and so you'll kind of have a double video of November closeout and week 1 of December, and then obviously December's cash stuffing after that. Hope you have a great start to December. If you haven't already and you would like to, of course, please subscribe. Please like this video if you did like it. And of course, there is the comments box down below if you want to sort of join in the fun. Thank you guys. I will see you all very, very soon. But till then, stay safe.